Legend Total War here, and today we're going to be doing another Legendary Difficulty early game campaign guide for Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, this time covering Reichland, which, based on the feedback from the previous one, I hope you guys did enjoy it, on Throg, there was no clear consensus on which one to cover next. Everybody wanted something different, so I went with Reichland because I think that's the one that people, typically speaking, are having the most trouble with, those of you who are actually interested in playing Reichland. I think they've been done pretty dirty in Warhammer 3. They've got a really challenging campaign, and I think the Imperial Authority system really kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, just isn't really pleasant to deal with, due to Festus, Kazrak, and the Vampire accounts over here, plus Dryker constantly taking out Elect accounts. You end up in the negative pretty early, especially considering you don't get a mission right up from turn 1 to take this guy out for one Imperial Authority, giving you that extra buffer. Anyway, what we're going to try to do here in this one, this will probably be a little bit longer than an hour because this is a bit more of a challenging campaign. Reichland is one of the more difficult starts in Total Warhammer 3. What we want to do here is take out the secessionists as quickly as possible so that we can direct our efforts elsewhere. I also want to try to save Hochland. We might not be able to, but at the very least I might be able to delay their destruction from the Fecundites. What we want to do, like, really early on is recruit a lord to just rush over to Crudenwald, because that'll be the first place to blow up, and then just give it back to Hochland, keeping them alive essentially one turn longer. I don't know if that's going to make a huge difference, but we'll just wait and see. Alright, first thing we want to do, though, is take this army out here. It seems pretty obvious. Let's go do that. Now, you definitely shouldn't auto-resolve this battle, especially if you're playing on very hard battle difficulty. If you're playing on normal battle difficulty, I guess it's fine. But if you auto-resolve too often in the early stages of this campaign, you're going to end up with a damaged army in a lot of the battles that you will initiate, which isn't good. Now the thing is, there's degrees of effort that you can put into this. It's possible to do this battle and win it without taking a single casualty if you're willing to put in, 20 minutes of making sure this guy here gets the best cycle charge as he possibly can. But we don't need to do that. So I want to try to get through this in sort of a happy medium where I don't want to do a bad job. Got to do better than what the auto-resolve did. But also not waste too much time.
To us, the foe!
So yeah, we don't want to cheese it too much. Alright. I reckon Karl Franz's army starts off a bit stronger than what it did in Warhammer 2. Okay, so what I want to do here is create a bit of a gap for these gunners. They don't need to be in long formation, so they're not obstructed. I have noticed that gun units in Warhammer 3 can be obstructed very easily. And also the AI loves to artillery dodge. They just love it. Okay, I'm going to try to fight these initial battles here that aren't that difficult in 3 times speed as much as possible, but if things start to get a little bit hectic, get down to 1 speed. So, bit of a charge there, didn't do a ton of damage, but main thing here is to keep these guys distracted. Okay, the artillery is getting a few shots in, and that's good. Yeah, the cavalry love getting stuck on infantry units. Okay, we want to use Karl Franz to try to keep these guys busy as much as possible. So, don't necessarily want to engage with them, but run around their back if possible. Move them up. Okay, he's not going to let up.
Great swords! Swordsmen! Reichsguard! Awaiting orders! Cavalry ready for the Emperor!
Okay, watch where you're shooting. So yeah, taking a few... Actually, we haven't taken any casualties yet. We've taken a little bit of damage with Karl Franz. Probably should move him out of there so that we keep the damage fairly evenly spread out. Gotta love that we harassed the crossbowmen so much that they didn't even go and try to shoot. They just went straight into melee.
Karl Franz! Yes! By Ulrich's wrath! Handgunners! Sigma! In the name of the twin-tailed comet! The Empire endures!
If we can have Karl Franz hit this guy in the back, it'll probably break him. So what we're doing with the Reichsguard here is just running around having guys chase us so that
Battle and blood await.
they're not all engaged in combat over here. Okay, I think that's the army losses. Cool. Alright, we want to run down as many of them as possible so that we get as much loot and experience as possible. Because yeah, if you don't do that, you only get the experience from the units that you actually kill now. So you can end up not even getting a full level up if you're not careful. So take the time to run down as much as you bloody well can. Especially the enemy lord. That's really important. Every single casualty here counts. There's no point having the infantry chase after them, they'll never catch them. Just try to get the Reichsguard to do it. You know, every one of these troops that we take down is maybe 1 extra experience, a bit of extra gold. And we want to level up Karl Franz as quickly as possible. So yeah, definitely don't be lazy. Because yeah, the way that they've changed the experience system, it used to just be whatever you went up against, that's how much experience you'd get, and the type of victory that you got was like a multiplier. So that's why you always wanted like a decisive victory or a heroic victory if possible, because it was like a fairly big multiplier. And that's why if you attacked like a single lord that had a large army reinforcing, and you beat the first army before the reinforcements came in, you still got tons of experience. But now it doesn't work that way. It's only based on how much you kill. So it greatly benefits auto-resolve. You get more experience when you auto-resolve, basically. Now, that doesn't mean that you should auto-resolve, because we would have taken significantly more damage for, what, 10 extra experience in this case here. It would not have been worth it. But there are situations where the enemy has got a lot of routing units that it gives you a really good auto-resolve that sometimes you just should auto-resolve it. So they've got a bit of a wonky system going here with the experience at the moment. It's not ideal. And the thing is, the way it's set up, it greatly benefits the AI because they always auto-resolve. So they end up getting tons of experience really quickly. You'll see it now, they'll fight like 2 battles and be at like rank 8. Okay, we can get some replenishment, but we definitely don't need it just on that 1 unit there, so I'll take the money. Don't need 100 experience, it's not that much. Just take the money. Cool. If we can get some good magic items, that's great, but it's hardly essential. As for what to get over here, you could get Root Marcher, but you don't need it. I'm going to get it, because most people will typically gravitate towards that. What we want to do here is not do decisions that are super duper cheesy, because a lot of people will look at that and be like, ugh, I'm not doing that. I gotta try to make decisions. I gotta make this guide viable for people that don't want to bullshit their way through the game. Okay, so, yep, we have to fight this manually. Auto-resolve here is absolutely unacceptable. Once again, try to get through it fairly quickly. If we can, try to make sure that Karl Franz doesn't fight. That way we can try to spread out the casualties as much as possible. Get the Reichsguard to take out the archers, and then just, you know, those guys are easy to beat. The biggest challenge in taking out the Secessionists is going to be Helmgart. Which is very much a winnable battle when it comes down to it, but it really comes down to, as well, how much damage are we going to take? Because you can end up winning a battle and it being so bad that you might as well have not even fought it. And the thing is, the AI can actually recruit, and you as well, can recruit from forts now. So if you just leave them with that settlement, they can end up recruiting a full stack. So keep this one in the rear. Karl Franz, you stay back. And let's sort this out. Try to do this as quickly as possible, if I can. But yeah, it has to be fought manually. Auto-resolving this, then might as well just give up. Yeah, unless you're playing on normal battle difficulty. Because yeah, those are very favourable auto-resolves on normal. Doing a bit of harassment over here. And you can see the AI dodging our artillery fire, but that's okay, still keep shooting. Don't worry about it too much. Just keep picking at them. Now, of course, you'd be fighting this in, well, if you want, in 1 times speed, but I can handle this at 3 times speed, so I'm fine with it. So you bomb there.
Understood. What? Sigmar calls.
Alright, what are these guns shooting at? Shoot at them.
Take the ground!
Like I said, totally fine for us to take a little bit of damage. Because we'll get some replenishment. I'm trying to get friendly fire. I was trying to stay clear of that.
Ulrich's wrath on them! Charge! Formation march!
You gotta be careful about charging into archers when there's like spearmen and stuff in there. You could end up doing more damage to yourself. And if you're going to charge, don't commit too much, just go for a light one. Or else you'll end up getting stuck.
State troops, ready! To me, men! For the Warhammer! Mortar!
This guy here's taking a bit too much damage. I'm going to move him to the back. I don't want him taking any more, or else he's not going to replenish for the next fight.
Reichsguard Knights! Halberdiers! And
Turn these guys around now.
Cavalry ready!
A couple of guys got stuck. That's okay.
My subjects call! By Ulrich's wrath! Detachments move! Reichsguard!
Tell you what, the extra speed boost for Reichsguard has really helped out these units and Empire Cavalry in general. By a really big amount. Come on, move. Yeah, because if you commit too much, then they'll actually start attacking you. Whereas if you charge a little bit and only get like a little bit of damage in there, but pull out, you won't get that stuck. Okay, let's now bring these guys back over here. I don't think they're coming back. Really wanted to take out that crossbowman, but it just wouldn't happen. Okay, here's our chance. Because once I do that, these guys can move forward a little bit. Because the crossbows outrange our guns. But our guns obviously outrange their spears. Okay, there we go. Done. Don't need to run them down in this case here. You get the maximum experience from a settlement battle. There's an easy way to tell about how much experience you're going to get, or when to run down the enemy forces and when not to. Basically, it comes down to this. If you're fighting a field battle, as in it's not a siege battle, even though that was a field battle, right? But it's still fighting for a settlement. If you're fighting in a field battle, not for a settlement, always try to run down as much force as you can. If you're in a settlement battle, then don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if the army is sitting inside the settlement. Actually, if the army is sitting inside the settlement, you don't have to worry about it. But if it's sitting outside the settlement, then you have to try to run it down. So yeah, basically, consider how many units get wiped out in this screen here, right? So if there is a unit that wasn't wiped out, but you know they're going to be wiped out on the campaign map, you're not going to get the experience for that particular unit, if that makes sense. Which can be really bad for single entities, because you only get the experience if you kill it. Even if you kill like 99% of its health, you won't get experience. I had this problem with I Rite of Primeval Glory army, where I ambushed it, and I like damaged all of their units 99%, but I only killed one of them, and I barely got any experience, and then it ran off and healed. Really frustrating. Okay, now what we want to do is recruit this, and we want to recruit a Huntsman General. So if you don't have the Hunter and the Beast DLC, I highly recommend getting it, but if you don't have it, then get an Archlector. Even though the Hunter and the Beast DLC is probably not a good DLC, it does really, it's kind of pay to win a little bit. The Huntsman General is the best early game general for you, because you get Route March and Survival Expert here. That's really helpful. Okay, just keep that one there. Now, I did say I wanted to head over to Krudenwald, but these two are both going to be making their way over to Ubersreich next turn.
So,
okay, then we'll get Hold the Line for Karl Franz. Now, if you didn't run down all of those forces over there, there's a possibility you won't be at rank 3 right now. Okay, grab Tithe Rebates, that's probably the best one for us, but if you really want to, you can go for State Troop Standard, but this one here will help us on the campaign map. That one will help us on the battlefield. Okay, you start off with the barracks over here. I'd recommend getting rid of it and upgrade Altdorf. Okay, in terms of diplomacy, probably should do this at the very start. Basically, everything that you can do. Start with trade agreements. Start with the Ice Court here.
The Boca Palace is a pleasure.
1 gold.
Sigma's
You can
welcome my countrymen.
you can haggle a little bit. If it goes like 0.2, you can haggle a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because I'll only get a handful of coins out of them. Yep, get all of these non-aggression packs. So this one over here, for example, you can even that out. You could even go a little bit further if I really wanted to, but that's fine.
Who calls?
It's good now that the Empire can actually do diplomacy with other Imperial factions.
Yes. Greetings. Indeed.
Including trade regions. Okay, that's all we need to do there, and let's move on. Now, another thing that we're going to be doing in this guide here is something that I think a lot of people will probably disagree with when it comes to Helmgart. Because it has no economic value, and you can use it to sell it to someone for a huge amount of benefit. And if it gets blown up or lost, you can take it back. It's not that much of a problem. But you can use it to really help Reichland out a fair bit. Now, in all my testing, this guy always runs over to Eilhart. I suppose it's possible that he might go to Ubersreich, but every single time I've tested that, he's always run over to Eilhart. I'm not sure why. Alright, what do we get here? Got a Fire Wizard. I would prefer Life, but this is fine. Okay, now we're going to do something a little bit weird. Okay, we are going to move over to here. This guy's going to move to this position here.
Stay together. You need fire.
And I'm actually going to force march Karl Franz to here. I know this seems weird. This is what we're going to do. Okay, if you could stand right there, that way.
By Sigma, no! Summon the Elector Counts!
Advancing!
Okay, I think if they attack us, we might be reinforcing each other, right? Now, I know that looks a little bit weird. Now, I don't think they're going to attack us over the end turn here. I think what this one's going to do is actually run over to Helmgart. That's what I think they're going to do. But why have I done this? Right. Next turn, I'm going to use this army here to grab a few units from Karl Franz's army and take Ubersreich. And then I'm going to send Karl Franz to take Eilhart. I need to be standing right here in order to have enough movement to do that. That way we take 2 settlements in 1 turn. Now, the reason why we need to put some units in here is so that if these guys attack Ubersreich, which is what we want them to do, that we can actually win the battle. Okay, at Reichland over here, go for growth. Or you can go for money if you really want as well. Yeah, that's probably best to begin with. Because that's a fair amount of extra cash coming in. And we'll get the growth coming in when we level it up. Okay, have a look once again for this stuff here. Yep.
Surely an agreement will be reached.
Yeah, just whatever's going to give us the most amount of money. Trade agreements right now, not that important. Karak, Norn. Yep. You want to be checking diplomacy every turn. Now, the other thing that we want to do is recruit an Archlector. Yeah, let's go, dude. The reason for an Archlector is because he's the cheapest of upkeep. And this guy here is the one who is going to rush over to Krudenwald to try to give it back to Herge. To Hochland. Typically speaking, Hochland will get wiped out by turn 6, so you have to be there by turn 5 if you want to keep them alive. You know, a couple of turns longer. And this just delays what's his face's expansion a bit. Okay, let's move on. There's no time for any global recruitment because it takes 2 turns. This is why I often say that 1-turn recruitment is way more preferable to 2-turn recruitment, especially in the early stages of the campaign. When you're like at turn 100, it doesn't really matter that much. You know, if you want to slow down a little bit and build a super duper doom stack that takes 20 turns to recruit, that's up to you. Yeah, so they definitely ran over to Helmgart. In all of my testing, they've always done the same thing. So yeah, Krudenwald was destroyed, and we've got a couple of turns before that goes. So we got to move as fast as possible up through here. Now, there is a bit of an issue where you could run into Kazrak. Now, typically speaking, Kazrak will usually make his way over here around turn 8, so you should be fine, but just be aware that that could happen. Okay?
Come then.
Probably best we get military access with him. I did just trespass, but he'll get over it. Probably should have checked that first. Not a big deal, though. Yeah, he's not going to give up a territory. Once again, checking for diplomacy. Nothing. That's fine. Okay. Now, there is a bit of an exploit you can do for essentially unlimited movement with just single lords. But again, we're not going to do exploits. That's as far as he's able to move. That's good enough. Okay. Now, I'm pretty much certain that the dude's there. See here, we've only got just enough movement to get to Isleheart. Now, I need to put enough units in here, because he'll have 6 troops. Enough units that we can win the battle if they attack us. So what we want to do here is take both of the archers and maybe one of the swordsmen. That's it. Now you want to make sure that this guy here is taking them away from Karl Franz, and that Karl Franz is not taking any units, because if you do that, you're going to lose movement. Okay, this way Karl Franz doesn't lose any movement, and this guy can then make the attack. Karl Franz doesn't have to move. Now, absolutely 100% do not auto-resolve this. If you auto-resolve this, you're going to fuck yourself up. You have to fight it manually, and you have to make sure every single one of these units here do not get damaged. Now, luckily, the Hunts Marshal dudes, those are really bloody good in the early stage of the campaign. You can rack up easily 100 kills without taking any damage, just because they're faster than these guys. They stalk and they shoot while moving. They're just really bloody good. They're essentially like wood elves.
Orders!
Okay, so we bring him over to here. We harass while we wait for our reinforcements to show up. So just bring them over there. And Karl Franz will show up pretty soon. So that's it. You can use the arrow of Akshi. Just be careful that you don't get caught. That's it. So yeah, he's faster than them. Also, by them running around like this, they're getting tired, which is good for us. I wouldn't bother using this. Oh god, they're actually catching up to us. It's okay if he takes a little bit of damage. But yeah, don't take too much. Okay. Get these guys all over to here.
All set.
Okay, Reichsguard, come over here, try to take that out. That's it. Yeah, you can see they're starting to get tired. And yeah, like I said, we racked up about 100 kills, and he's still got plenty of ammo. Oh man, he actually shot up the Lord though. That's fine. It's okay if he takes a bit of damage, as long as the other guys don't take damage. Because they don't take casualties. Alright, get out of that. I'm actually really surprised they shot a single entity. We do have this on very hard battle difficulty.
Taking position! Eager!
Okay.
Ready! Swordsman! For the war! Targets!
Okay, start wheeling this guy around back over here.
Okay! Ready!
Yeah, 160 kills on him is really good. I would use the arrow of actually, but he's starting to get a bit tired now. He tires out a bit faster than these guys because he's shooting as well as moving.
Making ground! Sir!
Okay, looks like that's pretty damn isolated, so that's great. We can stay in combat with it for a few seconds. That was a really good charge. And wipe it out. Cool. Get out of that.
Reichsguard Knights!
Stay close to that so it doesn't rally.
Huntsman! Swordsman! The Empire endures! Spot us the target!
Wasn't the best formation there. I needed a gap for the missile units because otherwise they will just not shoot.
Huntsman! What? Let's go!
Looking good here. Alright, hopefully that one there doesn't rally. Doesn't look like they're going to. Good, they left. So I'm not sure what they're doing here. They're just goofing around. Let's move up a little bit. I think they're just trying really hard to dodge the artillery. But that in turn is making them act really dumb. Because they're getting shot to shit by other things. And there we go. Practically no damage. So that was an important one not to take too much damage. Now hopefully we have an army that's going to be sitting inside the settlement that is just weak enough to goad the other army to actually attack us at Überstrike over the end turn, which will of course soften the defenses at Helmgart, so that the battle at Helmgart will be a lot easier. Now the thing is, the garrison that we'll get at Überstrike will be so weak that they might actually work against us in auto-resolve, therefore giving the AI a bit more incentive to attack us. Because yeah, damage units perform like ass in auto-resolve. They actually work against you. Sometimes you're better off actually merging damage units, but you can't do that with garrison. That's garbage. Okay, occupy that. It's probably best in these sort of guides here that we don't pick up any like armors of destinies, potions of healings, that kind of stuff in the early stages of the game. That's pretty good though. Because that will
to unite the provinces.
Significantly give us an advantage.
So,
okay, and then Karl Franz comes over here.
no peace, just war.
And that way we get, you know, two battles in a single turn. Pop this down here. Didn't use the fireballs last turn. And if all goes well, we should reach rank 3 with that dude next turn, allowing us to have Burning Head. Not that Burning Head's amazing anymore. But yeah. We will be able to get it. Because yeah, Fireball is not particularly useful against Helmgart. This is why I would have preferred Life Magic, so that we could have used Awakening of the Wood. Because we're not going to have that much Winds of Magic, because the area is weak in magic, and it's always like that. You just have to put up with it. Now, this battle here, we can take a little bit of damage. It'll be fine.
Awaiting orders! Kindle flame!
We'll have to move back a little bit, because this terrain here really sucks.
For Heldenhammer! Ready for war! We are Sigmar's heirs! Ready for war!
Yeah, you come up here and do some fireballs at the start.
Ulrich's wrath on them! My rule is absolute!
And as always, try to get this
We are
one to
Sigmar's heirs!
take out those damn crossbows.
Taking that position!
Now we've got to be careful when firing fireballs at bad terrain, because you can just end up hitting hills and rocks if you're not careful.
Seething fire! The Empire endures!
Good, bit of damage, nothing spectacular,
By Ulrich's
but better than
wrath!
nothing.
Sigma! No lingering! By Galmaraz! Now!
I think that was a nice charge, knocking them down the hill, but we got to be careful, or else they're going to do a lot of damage to us. I'm going to commit to this just for a little bit, because otherwise these guys can end up doing a lot of damage to us. Getting recharged by them. These ones aren't the spearmen though. That's it. Now we're good there.
Sigma Karl! Reichsguard Knights!
Okay, good. Alright, they can't see the rest of our army. It's not quite dealt with yet. Okay, rallied, but easily isolated. Take him out. Yeah, I think we hit the terrain there. That happens. God, they just went fucking shatter. Because otherwise they will rally. There we go. Okay, cool. No more missile units for them. Right, start luring them over here so the rest of our army can deal with it. Kind of annoying when that happens, but it's alright. We don't need the magic to win here, so this is just... Oh, fuck me. It's just bonus. Sometimes you get a really good fireball. So yeah, he's definitely done his worth there, so that's good. So once again, it's okay if we take a little bit of damage in this battle, as long as at the beginning of next turn we're at full strength. That's the most important thing, because the next turn is the big battle. The battle for Helmgar. That's it, we're out of magic. So yeah, try to keep some of them distracted while the guns take out just a few of them at a time. That's ideal. As for the mortars, just let them shoot at whatever. Because whatever they shoot at, they're going to try to dodge. Good, that should be over soon. Good. Oh, good. No casualties. It was time. It was okay for us to take some casualties, but just didn't. Notice that the auto resolve said Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, you just can't auto resolve those fights. Cool. Alright, occupy that. Don't loot and occupy or sack it. You don't want to damage the settlement for just a handful of coins. It's not worth it. Okay. So yeah, hopefully they'll attack here. They've got 6 units. We've only got 6, but we've got lower tier units than they do. But they still might not do it.
Huntsman General!
Because they might see that our army over here could stop them. So they might just sit there. And that's okay if they do that. Okay, so as for Karl Franz over here, we got a level up to distribute. Nothing in here is going to be overly important, so let's grab that. He's on his horse now as well. And as for this guy here, we want him to have experienced hunter. And I'll actually have him do the recruiting. Now, if you really want to be pedantic, you can pop down the militiaman, switch that over, so that we can reduce the recruitment cost by 5%. Don't bother globally recruiting because we're moving out next turn. Now, another thing that we could do as well is recruit yet another lord here to make the battle easier. Now, I can definitely win this with what we've got, but it will be easier with another lord. We've got the money for it, so it's fine. We're best off, I think, getting an arch-lector. So I'm going to grab the tactician. Okay, and we want to grab Grand Hammer of Sigmar and Grand Shield of Faith.
Praise be to
Another thing is that
Sigmar.
you might want to recruit them down here, but I'm pretty sure they're actually not going to launch the attack.
Sigmarite Archlector.
Okay, pop that down. Get rid of this. I know that we can get better military units, but still, rank 1 barracks is not worth it, and we don't have time to wait for crossbowmen, which definitely would be better, but we've all got tier 1 settlements. We're going to be done with here real soon. Okay, that's all done. Let's have a look in diplomacy, see what's
The
available.
Empire. Yeah. So,
Nothing. Okay, that's fine. And have a look here.
Kislev. Mistress.
what?
Could have sworn it was like
None
showing us
shall
where
quit.
Kazrak was.
Sigmar. All right.
Yeah, no, it's actually not. It was showing us where Marienburg is. You can actually confederate them now in Warhammer 3. Okay, moving on. Undercity discovered at Ubersreich. Meh, whatever. So I'm pretty sure they won't launch the attack. Maybe if I had not put the Empire Swordsman in, maybe then they would. It just depends on what you want to do. You can definitely win that battle at Helmgart without doing this. Okay, so this one here. Alright, so this is a bit of a tough call, because if you endorse Talabakland here, because this is going to be random. I'm pretty sure at turn 4 something happens. If you endorse Talabakland, you're getting close to confederation with them, but Wissenland might declare war on you. Now, we're almost at the point where we could prevent that with 1,000 prestige. But yeah, it isn't necessarily the worst thing ever to go to war with one of the elector counts, so I'm going to go with that. But that is complete luck of the draw there, because there's a little technique that we can do, right? When playing as Reichland. Let's just say hypothetically we went to war with Wissenland. Capture Nuln, keep that for yourself. Okay, then what you want to do is besiege Dottenbach and just keep it under siege indefinitely. Then what you want to do is blow up Wissenberg. Just blow it up. Then when the Olden Order comes over here and occupies it, you can tell them to give it back to Wissenland, right? They give it back to Wissenland and you get Imperial authority. However, you'll lose fealty with Gelt, which obviously isn't good if you're trying to confederate him. But you can use that every single turn to just get loads of Imperial authority together. Little bit of an exploit, but that's something that you can do.
Huntsman General.
Works better in Warhammer 2 because the AI is less inclined to ruin dwell in Warhammer 3. But they still will do it. So it gets a few things up in here. Yep. Alright, we don't want to upgrade Eilhart because there's always a possibility that Kazrak will come down here and blow it up. And if that's the case, putting money into it is just a waste. There's really no telling what he's going to do. Usually he goes for Wiesmund, but you really don't know. It comes down to luck. You just got to hope he goes for that. Okay. We'll go with growth over here, and I think top priority should be, in this situation here, upgrade Ubersreich, because if we do end up going to war with Wissenland, they'll hit Grunberg. Okay, over here,
Praise be to Sigmar.
let's go into ambush stance, because we'll arrive at Krudenwald next turn, and we'll arrive there at turn 5. So, hopefully, a turn before these guys here get wiped out. Now, we could hand that over to them this turn. Let's have a look at this.
It is good to see fellow son.
Yeah. Alright, having a look at diplomacy again. Alright, I can get a non-aggression pact with them. That would be good. I don't want to fight them.
do my duty.
So,
Anything else? Oh, what's that? Military access with Hochland? Sure.
Approach us, friend.
indeed. So, yes.
Okay. So with this, we have 4 active armies, but that's actually smaller supply lines than if we were playing in Warhammer 2. Okay,
Huntsman
now,
General.
over here, there is... Right, they've got Rat King. They're preparing for a Vermintide. It's from Clan Scryer. But get rid of it. Got the money, it's fine. Okay, now,
Equipment check.
we want Karl Franz to get the primary experience from this. So in order to do that, he needs to be intercepted. So here's what we do. We besiege with this army. Hang on, no.
I beg to differ.
You come and stand here. Okay, you need to do this one here first. That way he doesn't get intercepted. And you stay in camp stance. Then you
Where
besiege.
next? To untamed land. Strike first, strike fast.
So you have to do it in this exact order, okay? Because if you move that guy one step over, he'll get intercepted. Then you move Karl Franz to here.
Is it time?
Oh, I forgot to do the burning head thing. That's fine. We're probably not going to make use of it anyway. Because we don't have that much magic. I'm probably better off using Fireball. Okay, and yeah, we can't auto-resolve that, but we can win this battle. So let's do this. So this is a bit of a lengthy process to capture Helmgart because we are taking it on pretty early on. And you don't have to do this, but if you do it, it frees you up in terms of time, allowing you to go and take out Kazrak as soon as he takes out Wiesmund. Which then allows you to go after what's his face? Alright, the main purpose of the wizard in this army here is actually to tank these two towers. Okay, don't want this one firing, I don't want this one firing at will, do it told. Okay, and we want these to all come in from over here. Yeah. So move as close as you can and start firing at this right away.
Now! Yes, quickly! That's an order.
Oh no. My bad. My bad. I got too close. Move back. That was my bad. Move back. I made a boo-boo there. Not the end of the world, but I made a boo-boo. I got too close. Okay, I would never have gotten out of there in time. We took a few casualties. The casualties are fine. The artillery's still there. I just need to go back and grab it. But yeah, notice how they took the guy off the wall. Now we go back over there and take it. Took a bit of a boo-boo, but it's okay. Should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine. Just, I got too close. I wanted to get closer so that I could be more accurate to the tower, but no point if we're getting shot. Move back. Okay, we should be safe there now. For some reason, they will shoot at single entities that are on the walls. Okay, there we go. We should be fine for you to shoot that. Yeah, they'll shoot at single entities when they're on the walls. Okay. Alright, our reinforcements are arriving. Bring them up.
Ready for war.
Okay, bring them up through here. But yeah, try to avoid coming over to this side here, or else they'll man these towers, which is not what you want to do. Cool, so we essentially... We lost a few troops, but it ultimately doesn't matter. I did make a mistake with that, but... We're still going to have the same amount of ammo, and they'll recover very quickly, so it's fine.
Find the enemy. Taking position. Quick march.
Now, the reason why we're using the wizard here and nobody else is because the wizard doesn't need to be at full health in order to cast spells, whereas these guys here are going to be fighting in melee at some point, probably. Now, what I'm doing with the Huntsman General is to go over here, sneak over the walls. You've got to be very careful because they've got a cavalry unit, and if they catch us, he's dead. Not the end of the world if he does die, but it wouldn't be good because we put some good items on him. We also got to keep in mind that these towers exist and they are not worth destroying, but they can shoot us from a very long distance. Now, if we capture a capture point and then they recapture it back, they might build tier 4 towers, so we've got to be mindful of that. Don't start capturing the capture points until we're ready to take on all of the capture points. Okay, we've almost got it. Yeah, he's not firing well, that's good. Okay, cool. Alright, have this guy here waste that ammo a little bit, I guess. And then we'll bring up the archers. We can't do anything with the guns right now. The guns actually have to climb up the walls. These guys here, just shoot at whatever you can over there. They'll probably try... Okay, they're leaving them. walls there. Okay, if that's the case, let's move these guys up. And because they're on a Huntsman General, they got a bit of extra range there. So the... Yeah, the artillery's doing some damage because they're quite blobbed up. Yeah, I probably should have got Burning Head. But I reckon I'll still use up all the Winds of Magic by the end of the battle by casting Fireball through the gate. When the time comes, just not right now. Because it's not like we got a lot of winds. Okay. Keep them as distracted as possible on this one, and you guys may fire at will of anyone that's up on the wall. Okay, prioritize this guy over here. Good, they haven't activated this tower. That is good. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Okay, organized there. Okay, cool. Yeah, a few casualties on them, but we're fine. This guy here's got plenty of health still. Alright. What we want to do here is just thin them out as much as possible, but it's now time for Karl... Okay, yeah, time for Karl Franz to actually knock down the gate. He should, at this point here, be on a horse, if you've done everything correctly. He's gained enough experience to have his horse mount now. So with our archers here, we just... Anybody that comes up on the walls, we just shoot them. Okay, this guy here, climb up the wall now. Don't know what I was doing there. Not too concerned about being really conservative with our ammunition. Okay, they're activating on that wall now. So I need to get this guy over here so they shoot at the single entity rather than the actual troops. Start bringing this guy up. We're going to need him soon. Same thing with them. Same thing with these. And these. These guys are a bit too close. Okay, gates down. Don't come in just yet. Okay, he's been detected. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, we basically just need to wait for a good opening to charge on in. Now's not just the right time.
Read them in flame. What do you bid?
Because yeah, if we send Karl Franz in, we could probably keep running around, but where are their cavalry? Those guys there could pin us down. Alright, you can now fire at will.
Very well.
Come over here and shoot at stuff. Okay, we'll send Karl Franz in now and harass these archers. If the Empire Knights come over here, at least we can provide support with the Huntsman General. Okay, this guy as well, come over here, get ready to come inside. If he ends up dead, who cares? Easy come, easy go. He's just mainly here to boost Karl Franz and the Huntsman General.
Taking aim.
Okay, this guy can come over here, we'll start getting ready to use fireballs. Okay, you come down off the wall because for some reason they just won't shoot very well up on the wall here. And you can just shoot at whatever you want. Now what we want to do here is try to draw all of their forces over to this side so that we can climb up on the walls here with relative ease. Because if we attack it right now, there's just too many units here.
Bright wizard.
And again, we don't really want to be capping points and just rushing in there. Because even if we cap this point here, we have to capture every single point in order to win the battle. It's just not really worth it.
At the ready.
Okay, we've got Arrow of Action, which we could use.
Karl Franz. Eager for battle.
That's it. See how they're relieving this area of the pressure? That's what we want. Okay, move up a little bit more.
I will not stand idle. Awaiting your command.
Okay, I'm going to bring this guy up over the wall here to come and support. Have all three of the single entities.
Ready.
The generals fight. Okay,
No
you...
lingering.
Time to cast fireballs.
On my command.
Like I said, it wasn't that big of a concern that we didn't get Burning Head. I should have, don't get me wrong, I should have. But, you know, it would have cost 10 winds of magic, this only cost 5. What are you doing? What are you doing, dipshit?
Seething fire. Go.
God, this game's got some serious line of sight issues.
Servant of Sigma. Moving out. Right. Quick march. Move. We are Sigma's heirs. Fine. Moving out.
Need to get rid of this lord.
My sights. Making ground. Ready. Kindle flame.
Okay, fine over there.
Ready for war. Ulrich's wrath on them.
Okay, this way Karl Franz is still activated by the brass cleaver as well, but he is still kind of losing in combat, probably because he's tired compared to the other dude. Oh no, he's... Yeah, he'll win. Yeah, he'll win. Oh shit, get back.
Take the ground. Ranged weapons ready.
Good, not much pressure over here now. Time to climb the walls.
Swords. That's an order.
Maybe I won't end up using much wins. Okay, you come over here, help out Karl Franz with this stuff as well.
With pleasure. All set. Your call. Battle and blood awaits.
Thing is, by climbing up on the walls, it does make them exhausted, but that's fine. Right, fireball. Good. At least he got some kills. Not a bad number of them as well.
Ready to serve. For the Empire.
Good, we're advancing over here.
Knights.
And
Handgunners.
this is all going according to plan. And this guy here's not shooting. Okay, you can come down off the wall now.
Obey. All right. See to it. The winds glow hot.
Yep, he's almost dead. Good, just wait for these guys to get up on the walls, then they have to get off the walls, and then the guns will come up on the walls. Okay, these guys can move up a little bit more, provide any support for anyone that's coming up this way.
Received. At pace.
Come on already.
We are Sigma.
It just, they're so bad at running down single entities.
For orders.
Tell me that, okay, there we go, we finally got him.
Subjects call.
Okay, this guy here can take on Spearman, no problem, but Karl Franz shouldn't. Don't start capturing points just yet, but we're getting pretty close to that point.
Loaded, sir.
A few guys coming up on the walls, no big deal.
Ready for war. The Empire endures. Die. Karl Franz.
Good. Okay, when things get thinned out a little bit more over here, we can bring in the Reichsguard, especially if the Empire Knights start coming around over here. Where are the Empire Knights gone? Never took them out. Where are they? There they are.
Eager on the hunt.
I shouldn't have Karl Franz fighting in prolonged combat against Spearmen.
Seeking enemy. We will. I'll burn them. Our weapons are yours. Pride for the Empire.
Okay, now might be an... Oh, actually, hang on.
Moving now.
I was going to say, now might be a okay time to come over here. Alright, let's bring in the Reichsguard. There's not too many units over here. I might be able to pull my way in. These guys are now ready to start coming off the wall, which will probably bring more of them over here, giving the Reichsguard time to get in.
Into position. Very well. To battle, brothers. No delays. Ready for war. Burn everything. Mortar.
Okay, now that the walls are cleared, these guys can start coming up there now. Okay, we're clear. These guys here aren't going to give us any grief. Get in. Okay, Karl Franz is taking too much damage there, so stay out of it. The Archlector's doing just fine.
Prepare for combat. No lingering. Heading out. Targets. Yes. Go. Faith is my shield. Go. Get them.
Okay, that looks good. Okay, now what would be good is if this guy could somehow make his way over here so that we could use the brass cleaver on our melee infantry. Alright, now the cavalry come in to try to take out any of the remaining crossbows. I reckon the army losses will be triggered pretty soon. I don't think we need to go and capture all the towers. Handgunners come over here, fire down off the walls. Make sure they're on fire at will now. Yeah, the Archlector's a good choice. He's holding out really well there.
We serve the Emperor. Sir? Proceeding.
That's right, I was going to send you over that way.
Out. Sir. Attack!
There's the Empire Knights. Okay, you come over here and help out Karl, Franz.
My rule is absolute. The Empire endures. Halberdiers.
Good, there's not too much pressure over here. The archers have almost run out of ammo though, but they've done a reasonably good job. And how about that? We might actually end up using all of our magic after all.
To me, men! I call Mirage!
Good, the gunners from here firing down at them. Cool. Just have to make sure we secure that area. It's all about just drawing their attention away from different areas. Yeah, I don't think we should bother even trying to take this out. I think they're so close to the army losses. If we could just dish out a bit more damage with that guys rather than focusing on capturing points, we'll win that way. Especially with the guns here, they should be doing a lot of damage. Evenly spread out damage, relatively speaking.
Moving now.
Got this.
Formation, march. Good to go. By Ulrich.
So you guys just stay there. Keep the gunners protected. Anyone that comes over here, you don't want to tell the handgunners what to shoot. Just let them fire at will. Because yeah, if you tell them to shoot something, they'll move off the walls. And there we go. There's the army losses. I think that went really nicely. We're in very good shape. Alright, don't need to run any of that down. So that's pretty much the fastest way you can capture the Empire Secessionists without using exploits. You can do it faster if you use a movement bug. What is it, turn 4? And we kept all of our forces in good strength. It doesn't matter what wizard type you get. It didn't really matter about the items either. While we did get the brass cleaver, I didn't really make that good use out of it. And it's not like it was the difference between victory and defeat here at all. And in fact, I made a mistake at the start with the artillery. Okay, so we can take replenishment, or we can take a tiny bit of money. I think replenishment is the smart option here. And that wipes out all of their forces. Yep. Okay, and then
I live to serve the Emperor.
we could have this guy occupy it, or we could have Karl Franz do it. I think we'll get Karl Franz to do it.
Fight for our nation.
Yep, occupy it.
Bring me to my men.
Yep, we don't need this guy here anymore. He's done his job. But if you ever need him again, he's now on his Barded Warhorse. Does he have any items on him? No. Okay, cool. See you later. Cool. Now it really comes down to what you're going to do about Kazrak. Typically speaking, he'll arrive at Wiesmund around turn 8. So we need to be ready for that. Now, at Helmgart, there's a lot of things that you can do here. You could hold on to it if you really want, and it is a good defensive position for sure. But another thing that you could do is sell it to Bastogne for a lot of money and a military alliance, if you do it this turn, right? If you do it next turn, they'll probably spend a lot of that money. And they'll usually pay you about 2,000 or 3,000. So it's up to you. This has no economic value whatsoever. And a military alliance with them will probably drag you into a couple of wars, for sure. I guess another thing that you could do is get a defensive alliance with them. Oh, that's really no big difference because... yeah, see, that's all their money. Just depends on which way you want to go about it. Again, you don't have to give up Helmgart, but that option is available to you if you want it. Because, yeah, he doesn't like you very much. It is quite possible that he'll just straight up declare war on you. Now, you're reasonably friendly with Karl. Now, we don't want to go into Bretonnia. In Warhammer 2, it was fine to go into Bretonnia, but because of your Imperial Authority, you really want to deal with Festus as early as possible. So, this gives you a lot of options for sure. A military alliance allows us to drag him into wars to provide us with a bit of extra oomph. Not that they'll come and support us. Karl will probably hate us for it, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. So yeah, we'll do that.
I will.
I know it seems a bit weird giving up the Empire Fort, but the thing is, it gives us a ton of money. It's not an economic settlement. You can just let them build it up. They'll probably end up losing it eventually, and you just don't need it. It's not part of any victory conditions or anything like. Well, actually, is it part of victory conditions? It might be. You can easily get it back later. No, it's not. I don't think it is. No, you just need to get the actual empire, not the fort settlements. Okay. We'll still get replenishment here over the end turn.
Time for action.
In fact, you're better off putting all your units in this guy's army because he's got survival expert. But I'm definitely going to keep him active because Franz isn't reducing the upkeep cost any. So what we'll do here is we'll just drag all of that over here. Cool. That way, just a tiny bit of extra replenishment, not a big deal. Okay, grab that. For you can have the Burning Head. And Karl Franz at rank 6 can have, let's see, probably best you could increase the ammunition on the mortar, but you've only got one mortar, so I think we get a lot more value out of Pistol Corps. You could also go down his melee line, but I do think it's best to boost your army to begin with. You just get a lot more bang for your buck out of that. Okay, that's all done. Having a look at this.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Alright, Artois and Paravon usually end up dead pretty early on, so grab the money while you can.
The laws of, I suppose so.
It'll piss off the people that are going to war with them, but who cares? Okay, Stirland and Wiesenland want
Very well. What?
this stuff here. It's really important to check the diplomacy stuff. Get some really good deals.
Of the realm.
So we've got tons of money, even though we don't have that much income.
How to proceed?
That's all we need to do here, and then let's move on. So typically speaking, the dwarves will probably get the upper hand over Bastogne. But the war should essentially go on forever. It'll be Grom that takes out Bastogne, and he'll probably end up going to war with us anyway. Because yeah, usually Grom takes Paravon, not always, but usually he takes it. And if he does, he'll declare war on you and go straight for Helmgart anyway. So if Grom ends up taking Helmgart off them, then you can just take it back off him. Okay, so here's some interesting stuff. Averland took a settlement, took the moot. So what must have happened, someone lost, there might be a war, I'm not sure what the diplomatic situation is, but whatever the case is, Averland now has the moot. In this situation here, you should always demand the moot's return, demand it back to the original owner, because this will grant you Imperial authority. Okay, so we actually got quite lucky there. Now, what happened? They're not at war with each other. It looked like the Redhorn tribe blew it up. Awesome. Maybe they'll blow it up again, and then you could... That's insanely lucky if you can get that sort of chain going. Now, it will piss off Averland, but it's still way better to get Imperial authority going. That's really good. Now, that is going to mitigate the loss of these guys here. However, we don't have to lose them just yet, because we can return this to the elect account. So there's Festus over there. He'll probably blow it up again, and that's fine if he does. Okay, just keep this guy in ambush stance over here. Okay, and if he blows it up again, cool. If he keeps doing that, it'll keep wasting his movement, giving these guys here a chance to get organized. Now, our top priority right now is to take out Kazrak, but after Kazrak is dead, you want to go after him. So anything you can do to keep him distracted, the better. He's not going to get that much experience to keep blowing up minor settlements like that. Okay, now like I said, we don't really want to upgrade Eilhart because we don't really know where Kazrak is going to be. He usually attacks Wiesman, but he doesn't always do that. So no point investing in stuff that you may not keep. So, considering that in terms of averages, he is most likely going to arrive at Wiesman on turn 8, we should start making our way to Wiesman, but we should do so secretly. We don't want him knowing we're coming. Since there's plenty of time to get there, keep him hidden and just have Karl Franz recruit. Got plenty of money coming in, so that's fine. Don't forget to check for any diplomacy. Only if it's green, don't pay for any agreements. Now, if we have a look over here, we can get a rough idea where he is. We see characters and horde buildings are providing chaos corruption. That means that he's got a starting hero, right? So that character is in this region, but also Kazrak is also in Marienburg, in the wasteland. And trying to get him to declare war on it just isn't likely to happen. Yeah, Marienburg might declare war on you. You know, just got to be ready for it. There's a multitude of things that could happen. So we've passed the hour mark now. This is where things start to get random, and this is where you need to be ready to react to a moment's notice when shit's going to hit the fan. And I think the big thing here is this one. By having sold this for so much money, we prevented them from declaring war on us, which can happen, but also we can reinvest that money into Reichland here to try to get this stuff organized, while we can also keep recruiting. You know, the 6 grand that we got from them will come in handy. Whereas Helmgart, it's honestly not going to provide us much value, especially considering we need to be moving north, not south. So, see if Festus goes and blows up Krudenwald again. If he goes after Hergig, then... yeah, which he may have just done. Okay, I just realized I made a little bit of a mistake here. I shouldn't have gone back into ambush stance in Middenland. I should have gone in between the 2 settlements of Krudenwald and Hergig. Now, another thing that could end up happening here is that Talabakland might ruin dwell Hergig, and we can tell them to give it back. Okay, they did that. I'm gonna tell it to give it back. Now, the thing is, if Hochland wasn't alive, they wouldn't be able to do that. We're gonna lose a little bit of fealty, but typically speaking, Imperial Authority, more important than fealty. So yeah, demand its return, give that to Hochland. And we gain more Imperial Authority. And they return. So yeah, I should have stayed back over here. It all worked out in the end, but I should be down here in ambush stance. That way, whichever one Festus decides to attack,
I will listen, but my time is short.
we can deal with it. Alright, looking at this area here now. No, he's not there yet. That's interesting.
By the comet.
That's interesting. It does kind of look like Kazrak is eyeing Eilhart. Like I said, that could happen. We can see that there's something here. Most of the time he does go for Wiesman, but sometimes he hits there.
Huntsman General.
I think he's going for Eilhart. So we have 2 options here. We could rush over here. Let's have a look at his strength ranking. We look at Kazrak. We're stronger than him, right? Now he'll probably set up a herdstone here, so he'll get a bunch of additional forces. But we could also recruit smushers. If we sit here and recruit, and have this one move into ambush stance back over here, and maybe recruit another lord just so we got extra oomph, then there's a good chance he'll set up a herdstone here, which keeps him trapped in the settlements. We don't have to go fucking hunting him down everywhere. So losing Eilhart could be a good thing. I think he's there right now. It makes no sense that these guys here would be in like raiding stance in their own area. I can't get them to declare war on him, but sometimes suffering a defeat but getting rid of an enemy really early on is very good. So we're going to go for that. I'm going to put him in ambush stance over here. Put him in Helmgard, actually. Yep.
All right.
Okay, we don't want to get too close, or else could get detected. If we can stay in the forested area if possible. It's not really considered forest. That's fine. We're far enough away from them. You come over here. Keep recruiting. And let's get... actually, another Huntsman General could be good. They're actually better fighters in this sort of situation. In sieges, the Archlector is better, but in an open field battle, this guy would probably be better. But then again, this guy's got all kinds of buffs, so let's actually go with you. Fleet-footed would be good.
I serve Sigma.
And yeah, just grab those two. If we have to force march him down here, it's fine, but he should be able to reach. So yeah, what we're doing here is we're sacrificing Isleheart. Okay, I expect to lose this battle, but he'll occupy it, and that's where I get him. Okay, and instead of taking him out on turn 8, we can take him out on turn 7. But, you know, it's not an undefeated campaign. Just depends on how you want to go about it. Okay, as for these, probably best go with extra ammunition. Okay. And yeah, we set up the trap for Kazrak. Because I think he's there. This guy here is a bit of a dead giveaway. Gives the game away a little bit. It's totally fine. Yeah, there he is. Valiant defeat. If you set it to normal battle difficulty, you probably win. There's no way we'll win the battle manually. We just don't have anything particularly good. So, suffer the defeat there. He sets up a herdstone. And then next turn he dies. And look how damaged it is. And this is why we didn't invest in Isleheart. Now, 9 out of 10 times he'll usually go for Weisman, but honestly, if this does happen, good. And yeah, just looking for telltale signs on the map can give you an idea. Oh, you're gonna do that, are you? I was gonna occupy it. But I'm fine with that. That means more Imperial authority for us. That's why it's so important to get a Lord over there. Keep Hochland alive. Yep, you sit in Helmgart and enjoy it as much as you want. You might even be able to auto-resolve that. So another event will pop up. Whenever you're ready. Oh, what?
Ready to serve.
Oh, come on. There was no event that popped up there. Well, I guess these things happen. At least we got some Imperial authority out of it. There's no way I can stop this now. The only way I could possibly stop it is by declaring war and besieging it. But yeah, I can't give them any other settlement, and I can't trigger that thing to occur. I don't know why it didn't happen. It just didn't. But just stay here and keep an eye on the situation. Actually, if we could...
I see a little more than a squirming organism to dissect.
Let me just see. I'd love to get Ostland to go to war with them, but I don't know if they will. Usually I like to get the jump on them. I just don't know what's going to happen here. I really doubt that these guys here will go to war with the Fecundites. I just don't think they will. And if that's the case, there's pretty much nothing we can do to save Hochland now. Because as soon as they get wiped out, even if it gets Ruined World, if the faction is wiped out, you don't get the option to give it back. Yeah. So Ostland kind of screwed us there a little bit, but we really should have gotten the event. I don't know why we didn't. Anyway, time to move on to this.
So, into battle.
Where Kazrak has completely fallen for this trap. We might have to fight it manually, but that's okay. Probably didn't need this guy after all.
Praise be to Sigma.
And the thing is, as well, is that we don't lose the settlement level.
Champion
In
of the
fact,
faith.
yeah, it's tier 1.
Huntsman General, stay together.
Alright, hand over everything except for the archers, because they're better in Huntsman General's army.
To war!
And that's actually a really good auto resolve. You can fight it manually if you want, but I think that's a pretty good auto resolve. And then see you, Kazrak. And that's just the end of him on turn 7. So that greatly helps out Middenland. And now, since Karl Franz is able to replenish in neutral territory, we can replenish on the way towards the Brass Keep, which is our next stop. Alright, keep recruiting. This guy here should recruit, actually. And do I need you anymore?
Servant of the faith.
No. Don't need him anymore. Alright, you just keep an eye on all this over here. There's just nothing. I don't want to declare war on them because what's the point of that? In fact, I wouldn't be able to besiege it anyway. It doesn't have a garrison. But yeah, really good. We got rid of Kazrak. Completely destroyed there. So they're not super friendly with us.
Say your piece.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we got Isleheart back. We could wait another turn and get one of these to tier 2. Tier 3. I think that might be better than getting Isleheart upgraded. Just leave it at that. Money's okay.
Where next? Huntsman General.
Yep. Good. Yeah, next stop, Brass Keep.
True servant of Sigma.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I guess I could try declaring war on them. And dragging Ostland into it. Maybe that might work, I just don't think they will go for it.
The nation calls.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll go for it. If I have a look here, they do hate them. Hang on. Yeah, they do hate it. But we'll give it a shot. Because that's our next stop anyway. Drag Bastogne into it. Basically, we're going to give Bastogne every opportunity to betray us.
Greetings, my countrymen. You come in peace on this fine Marktag?
Yeah, anything that we do here will cause us reliability penalties. Unless I can get some more money. How can I fix this?
Greetings, my
I'm
countrymen.
trespassing on their territory.
On this fine Marktag?
Really want them to declare war on the Fecundites, but I can't think of how. I don't want to threaten them to do it. It could work. Could work. That'd be pretty funny. Any one of those. Oh, hang on. What about Sylvania? Yeah, none of that's going to work. We'll just have to see what happens there. I definitely wanted to keep Hockland alive, but not getting that event really screwed us. And I don't know why that happened. Alright, let's move on.
Protector of the weak.
Oh, I just realized what we could have done. I could stay not in ambush stance so that he actually attacks us. Why don't we test that out, actually? I'll just load. Yeah, because that wiped out thing. I'll just load. Because, like, this is all a bit finicky. I'll just load. Because it'll load to the end turn. And I'll show myself. He'll probably attack me over attacking Hergig, which we probably will get the event next turn to give Krudenwald back to them. I didn't think about that until after I hit end turn. I can use this guy as bait. Oh my god, Legend Safe's gone. We're here to test out good methods here. This stuff here is finicky. Doesn't hurt us that much if Hochland does get wiped out, because it's basically guaranteed it's supposed to happen, but trying to keep them alive as long as possible can be tricky, and I think it is possible. So yeah, if we have a look here, right, what we could do is become visible
I do not suffer.
and stay right on the edge here, and that's pretty far away from her gig. Of course, the other army might be in range, and this might all be for nothing. Pfft, won't know until we try it. He also might just not go for it. No, he did. Yeah. Cool. There's no way he'll catch me. And we kept Hochland alive for another turn by doing that. Nice. Alright, we should get the event pop up. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sometimes happens. That's probably better than Grom showing up. So yeah, if you end up in that situation where the event doesn't show up, just show yourself and declare war on Festus, and that way... Did he? Oh my god, I tried to get him to attack it, and he fucking lost. What a dipshit. He had a way bigger army than Festus, but Festus' army was probably better. Plus Legendary Lord, get auto-resolve cheats. That's it. Beat the dwarfs up. I want you to survive. Ugh, you're gonna die now. They're just gonna pincer you, you dumbass. Paravon's dead. The fuck? We didn't get the damn event. Yeah, risk the wrath.
A quest has been issued,
Shut
mighty
up.
lord. A great adventure beckons.
Come on,
Beware,
give me the
though,
fucking event for
for
this.
while
I
the
need to give that
potential
back.
rewards are great,
Alright.
so too are the perils.
Man, Festus' army is beat up. We need to leg it over there
Loyal
now.
knights, warriors.
What's this? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Yeah,
Huntsman
public order will
General.
be fine. Okay,
Huntsman General.
we need to leg it over there
Get a
now
move on.
before Festus recovers.
Advancing.
I am Prince and Emperor.
So Karl Franz can recover in neutral territory. Not very much, but he can a little bit. Okay. The sooner we get over here, if we have a look, Festus is not weak, but he's not strong either. Okay, what we want to do here is try to get Festus to blow up Krudenwald. So, I need to be able to guess how much movement he needs in order to get over here. So what I'm going to do is use it as bait. And if I put him over here, if this guy ends up getting wiped out, it's not that big of a deal. So I think that Festus should have enough movement to hit us here. I'll withdraw, blows up Krudenwald. Cool. And then I give it back to them. We just got to buy time. We're on our way.
Huntsman General.
That's it. Okay, upgrade Ubersreich and get this going. That'll give us walls. Cool. And there goes most of our money. That's fine. Have a look in diplomacy. What do we got? Nordland, sure.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire.
All right.
Oh
What
no.
else?
So,
Yeah,
come then.
Very well.
The
sure.
Welcome. All right.
Cool.
Before life.
Oof, man, this might end up being 2 hours if we keep this up. Okay, moving on. So yeah, we're trying to do everything that we possibly can to keep Hochland alive.
You dare.
Yeah, that always happens. Even if he declares war on you, don't worry about it too much. Good, this kept Hochland alive. And they should hit Krudenwald. Good, I can give that back to Hochland again. Yeah, he picked up quite a few extra forces as well. Yeah, I definitely stand by the decision to send a lord over to here as soon as possible to gift these regions back. Why are we not getting the event for this?
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
What you doing to me, bro? Oh, okay, alright. Well, the walls have been built here, but he's the siege attacker, obviously. Alright. We're on our way, but we don't want them to know we're coming. I guess it's okay if they see us coming, as long as we're not caught in force march this turn. Just keep making our way over here.
Equipment check. We're there. Unworkable. Stay together. On the trail.
There we go. Alright, now, once again, we need to try to get Festus to attack this dude here. And I think luring Festus up north would be pretty funny. We want him to be as far away from Hergig as possible. If we have a look over here, the other army is sitting inside the settlement. So, he could hit Hergig, but he'll most likely go for this one. So what we want to do is probably stay about right there. Don't want to go into force march or else he'll wipe us out. But just in his range there, I would really like it if you would bloody go to war with them. Nah, there's no way we'll make that happen. I don't know why we're not getting the event to give it back to Hochland.
By Sigma's will.
Maybe it's because their capital was destroyed. Now it's not, though. I have no idea. But we'll see if it happens next turn. Okay.
In the name of Magnus.
Alright, move on. Hang on, let's have a look at this.
I do not suffer fools.
Yeah, if I force march to here...
I command
Nah,
here.
let's move on. I didn't check diplomacy, that's fine. I don't think I checked construction either. Whatever, I'm focused on this. Taking out Festus as early as possible, especially if he doesn't get a chance to take out Hochland, is such a big deal. Oh, he didn't go for it that time. Hopefully we're able to give them back Krudenwald. Luckily he kept it under siege. Kind of get the feeling we'll be able to get that event this turn, but I don't know. He got sick of me goofing him around. I guess he saw this coming. Maybe I should have been in ambush stance. It's really hard to tell sometimes. That army got wiped out at Carrick Ziflin. Ah, damn it, Hochland got destroyed. They sallied out against him. Fucking morons. Yeah, the AI can be a little bit suicidal sometimes. What are you gonna do? We lose a bit of Imperial authority from that. I tried to keep him alive as long as I could, but they just wouldn't go for it. Oh, he is at war with them now. Okay. We could potentially bring back Hochland. It is possible.
True servant of Sigma.
I
am Franz. They will
okay, now we go into ambush stance up this way. Into the forest.
Onwards!
Because...
Move out! Ambush positions. No.
Now what we try to do is get Festus to get close to here.
What orders? My journey.
That army is still just sitting in there. So Festus will either blow up Krudenwald or will attack this. Either is fine, but if he attacks this, then we might be able to get him next turn, which would be better. Okay, let's have a look in construction at Reichland. Yeah, I might just save up for 2 growth. I think I could have built that last turn, but I forgot. Actually, go with money. It's growing pretty quickly now. Yep, and let's have a look in diplomacy.
Sigma's
Ready.
Cool, cool, cool. Alright, and let's move on here. Hopefully we don't get this plague. his turn's coming up. Let's see what he does. Interesting, he's going after Middenstag, which is fine because that's still within range. We've got him. Yeah, we've got him. Ooh, we've double got him there. Possibly. I think we might actually be better off getting that other army because it's close to the Brass Keep. One of our armies came out of ambush stance, but that only happened after, that happened on Middenland's turn, so it was fine. I think that's fine. Okay, now, at Reichland. Yep, upgrade Grunberg, and then I need to remember to, oh hang on, why don't we do Altdorf? Okay.
I do not suffer.
So I can revive them here. What happened here? Empire settlements returned. What happened to elect accounts being destroyed? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting there. I'm not sure. Alright, so this one here is in force march and is in better shape than this army. And it's closer to the Brass Keep. Plus, no, there's no garrison there.
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Plus, if I ruin,
Sigmarite
not ruin Dwell, but if I give that back to Middenland, then there's a good chance he'll blow that up again, giving us a chance to get to the Brass Keep. If we have a look there, he is recruiting another army there. So I'll get you to give that back to Middenland. Okay, but careful here. Alright, stand.
Servant of the faith.
Let's see. Let's see.
By
Stand right here.
I go where I am needed. Champion.
If
of
he
the
attacks
faith.
us, he'll be stuck within the zone of control here. If he attacks Middenstag, I'm not going to help them. Oh my god, look how much health he's got left. Okay, now.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Time to hit this.
Scout leader.
Basically, at this point in the guide, this is all just random. Shit might go down this way, or it might not. I have no idea.
Men, war calls.
Okay, we can do an auto resolve, and that seems pretty good. But should we do a manually resolve here? Because we have caught them in force march. We're not going to get replenishment over the end turn. In fact, we're going to probably take attrition. I don't think I'm going to be able to go into encamp stance. Is there anything in here that we really need to be worried about? Not really. Not really. I think we should fight this manually. We'll take fewer casualties that way. Because if we're not going to recover on the way, we got to keep in mind that when we get to the Brass Keep, it's going to have some hefty defenses there. We'll probably need to go into encamp stance on our way there. We should definitely run back over here to try to team up with our reinforcements. The Reichsguard aren't going to be able to harass them, not really. The Wizard, I don't think he's on a mount.
Wreathe them in flame.
No, so I won't be able to go harass them.
Show us the
Yeah, I need to get over to here.
Karl, Franz.
Just run back there as quickly as we can. I'll have Karl, Franz, and the Reichsguard try to slow them down if they rush at us.
I see wisdom in this. Obey.
Alright, how are we going to do this? What's that? Oh, that's actually really good against cavalry. Crap. At least he overcast. I think he did miscast. I gotta protect the artillery from these Chaos Furies. Yeah, they're definitely going for the artillery. Yep, and just don't let them. Oh, they're gunning big time for that artillery. They do not want me to have artillery. I'm going to try to get this guy out of here. Oh man, that is not good. I really need the artillery. I tried to save him, but freaking Furies. What are you going to do about it? Didn't have any flying units. Maybe I should have, in hindsight, auto-resolved it. It's okay, we've still got them. If they leave the battlefield, that's fine. Didn't need them for this battle. Ugh, that hurts. I didn't know what else I could have done. Apart from just put more melee infantry in there. Okay. We're not going to be able to take captives after the battle, will we? Need to get into a better formation. It's a bit shit. But yeah, that hurt. They kind of got the better of us there, but I just didn't know what else I could have done. Even if they rally, I'll still take them off the battlefield. Okay, they didn't rally. Ugh, that Melkoth Mystifying Miasma is really powerful on cavalry. Get it out of here. We're going to win the battle no matter what, but I don't want to be taking excessive casualties, and I don't need that unit.
Into position. Die, scum!
Where are you? Get in over here.
This is my command.
Okay, that's not... That's okay, that's okay. A little bit of damage, but we're okay. They're holding, not taking much damage. Yeah, they only lost one troop. They're fine. Okay, Beast of Nurgle incoming. That thing is worth a lot of bounce of power. I want everyone focus firing on it. But not the guns, because the guns are anti-large. Okay, you need to hold that back. Yeah, the guns are armor piercing. They should take that out. Did I say anti-large? I meant armor piercing. I have no idea what I said.
Keep your heads down, men. They're casting spells. Tracking. Whoa! Charge! For Ulfdorf! For Heldenhammer!
Okay, we got this. We got this. So, pretty minimal damage, but it is lopsided damage, so it's not great. We would have taken more casualties overall if we had auto-resolved it, I'm fairly sure. Didn't use my Fire Wizard. Oh yeah, we want to run them down because in this situation here, we don't get the max experience if we just win. So just kill this one here, that's all. So that definitely could have gone a little bit better, especially with the mortar, but we don't really need the mortar to take the brass keep because Karl Franz is a siege attacker. But yeah, very much lopsided damage. That was pretty smart of them to just like beeline straight for the mortars. But overall, pretty poor result for them. It's not the end of the world if you even do lose the mortars completely. But yeah, gotta be more careful. So we don't get the replenishment there. Take the money. But at least that army gets wiped out. And we've contracted the plague, but it doesn't cause us any problems because it's battle healing cap and we don't have any replenishment anyway. Okay, now Festus is... he may try to attack us.
Here. Yes, to unite the provinces. Okay,
if I want to get replenishment, I could force march over to here. Because, yeah, the problem here is the Nurgle corruption is really high.
Yes, a surefire plan.
But I think what I should do is just keep moving towards here. There's only 3 units in here, and they may recruit some more units. Don't know. Sucks will take attrition, but I gotta keep moving. I think I'll give him some extra melee defense there now. Since I can't rely on the artillery too much. I won't get wiped out over the end turn. Good, now you've got a barded horse. I can rely on you a little bit better.
Huntsman General.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Okay. Alright, we'll see how that goes. I doubt Festus will attack us because he's so close to death here. But... yeah, it'll still take us 2 turns to get to the Brass Keep. If I force march, I could probably get there next turn. But that is really risky. You know what? Fuck it. Risk it for the biscuit. We're in good shape. And Festus's army fucking sucks. It's friggin' wrecked.
Forward.
We're taking attrition anyway, so...
I see no other option. Step to it.
let's see if he goes for it.
I do not suffer fools.
Because, yeah, we can handle
Huntsman
that.
General.
Beyond your comprehension.
We'll see what he decides to do. Because I really want to attack that next turn. Sometimes you gotta be ballsy. Okay, and let's get volley fire. That's good. And let's move on. So they could pick up a few units, but I know just that he's been picking up quite a bit, and it's only, what, turn 11? So there may not be available units ready to go. Or there might be. We'll just wait and see. I may have just screwed myself over here. He's going for it. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was going for it, but no, he didn't. Just, like, sacked that. Because, yeah, you really want to take out Festus as early as possible, because these plagues can be super irritating. If it spreads down to you. Yeah, boy, come on. You can do it, Toddy. Fucking Toddy. At this point here, it's probably best if Hochland actually remains dead. I'm not sure. Oh god, that's not good. Random shit will happen. Yeah, you definitely want to get that Imperial Authority. So, Elector Capital's lost. So that would be her gig. Alright. And we have just enough movement to hit the Brass Keep. There is 12 plus 3 units in there. I think we've got enough to be able to handle it.
Bring me to my men.
Because the thing is, I know this map fairly well, and I know that it has some serious weak points, especially if you have cavalry. Is this a wizard? Yeah, Death Wizard. Okay, it's a little bit of a problem. What about this one? Yeah. They do have a fair few fast units themselves.
Huntsman General.
Now, while these guys are better in the Huntsman General's army, I'm going to transfer them into Karl Franz's. All but 2.
Fight for our
Don't know
nation.
about that plague crap. Okay. So the thing is here, both of these guys are on horseback. We could rush to the... Oh, that actually reminds me. One of our dudes should be back. We can tag this guy out, since he's not actually useful in this particular battle, for fleet-footed. Yes.
Arch-Lector.
Right, what have you got here? Grand Soulfire? I think so. Sounds good.
War calls.
That gives us 3 cavalrymen to deal with this. Now we take this settlement out, and that's it. Festus is defeated. Not completely, because obviously we got to hunt down his army, but he's already afraid of Boris Todbringer. He could go and ruin Dwell Hergig, and if he does that, you know, he's a sitting duck. He's not going to be able to pull major units out of there. Now the funny thing here is that I don't even think I'm going to use my artillery at all, because the towers in this area here are pretty extensive. They just got loads of them. So having one mortar trying to blow up one of these, or even 4 mortars, it just isn't worth it. So I'm not even going to bother. If we have a look, okay, the towers are not particularly damaging. You just move back over here. Move back over here.
Ready!
Yep, here.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Yeah, we do not have much heal cap, but we don't have a healer anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now, we need to wait for the other guy to arrive. He'll arrive in pretty soon. Do I need to wait for him? Yeah, I probably should. Yeah, okay.
By Ulrich's wrath! No lingering! My rule is absolute!
Actually, send Karl Franz down there by himself to start opening this gate. And this one... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see what they're doing there. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Where's the cavalry?
Formation march! Take position!
Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Not gonna... Shit. They're gonna... Come on, take it out. I didn't think they'd do this. God damn it, I gotta get these guys off the battlefield now.
Right guard!
Clever bitches. They only need to kill like 1 or 2. Come on, leave. Leave, 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 leave.
For the Emperor!
Oh well. Don't make my mistake, children. Protect your mortars.
Go!
Yeah, they've got him. Okay, run to the...
Formation march!
Nope, 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 nope,
We
nope, nope,
serve
nope.
the
Come on,
Emperor!
get out of there.
Quick march! Verena,
Oh man,
Verena,
fucking lucky.
By
Shit.
Galmaraz!
Okay, in hindsight, I should have just put them over here. Fucking lucky as hell.
Hand gunners!
Oh, what a mess. Alright, you get over there.
With speed! We are Sigmar's heirs! Faster! Conditions acceptable! Quick march!
What, are they coming back? Oh, we're in shit formation there, but
Awaiting your
I don't think
command.
it's gonna matter. That's gonna start crumbling in a moment. It's out of here. Alright, you... Yeah. Get over here. We're gonna try to bash through, try to make our way over through here. Just win with these 4 units here, if possible.
Eager for battle!
But, in order to do that, we do need to put some pressure on them over here. How do we go with this? Gates open. Okay, good.
Karl Franz! We are Sigmar's heirs!
Okay. Like I said, we need to put pressure on them. These towers are basic, so... Going over here and shooting up at them shouldn't be a problem. And these guys here taking damage is fine. Let's go.
Let us go! Hand gunners!
Same thing with these guys. Bring them up and put them up on the walls. It's just there to pin down their units as much as possible. There are trolls as well. We got to be careful about that. They can really pin us down. We don't have Galmaraz yet, so
Summon fire!
that could be a problem. Fireballs will do a fair bit of damage to them, though.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Awaiting orders.
Okay, I think we should back off from here just for a moment. Maybe start bashing down this one here. And just wait for a good opening. They haven't left us a good opening here at the moment.
Taking position!
Okay, we've got a little bit of magic. That's not ideal. We're probably better off using Fireball to get rid of the trolls, because we'll probably struggle against them the most.
Taking aim!
Yeah, they're blocking that path through here. Okay. Another plan. we're going to go around the other way. We're going to go around this way. They've just got us blocked out here. We need to go a different way. Now, hopefully they're going to be too distracted by our main attack over here to notice that we're coming around the long way to get around there.
Ready for war! Yes, sir!
So what are these? Just marauders? Okay.
Verheldenhammer!
Yeah, sometimes things don't go according to plan, and you've got to be able to shift the plan. If you just bullheaded rush in, even though that was part of your plan, you'll end up making a big mistake, I think. You got to know when to make adjustments.
Great swords!
Alright, they're putting a lot of troops over here. This is good. This is what we want them to do.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
To me, men!
Okay, Karl, Franz, break through this one here. We're going to go all the way around. There'll probably be some barricades over here. Yeah, they always build the barricades there.
Great swords!
Loaded, sir!
Alright, come stand over here, guys. Not going to bring them up on the walls yet, because that's going to be suicide for them.
Empire endures!
Okay, and ideally it'd be good to shoot over the walls, not the guys on the walls, just because there's too many obstructions here. But this is all just a distraction. Every little bit of this is just distraction.
Awaiting orders!
Reichsguard Knights! Ready to serve!
Yep, that extra speed coming in handy there. We'll cap some points along the way so that they try to recap the points behind us.
Reichsguard Knights!
Okay, it would be really good if we get rid of their faster units. If I could actually get at them. But our short range is a bit of a problem.
Ready for war!
But yeah, they're still heavily distracted over here because they think we're going to attack the wall, but it's all just a diversion. Come on, we're almost through.
Ready for war!
Okay, let's go.
Let's go!
With no one over here,
Go!
we can make a run for it.
The Empire endures!
At speed! Quickly!
Yep, get rid of this.
Speed!
No,
Weapons
not enough
at the
range.
ready! Missile through!
I'm not concerned if any particular arch unit gets wiped out here. Just doesn't matter.
calls! Sigmar calls!
Now, because we've got 3 heroes and a cavalry unit, we should be able to cap points really quickly.
Detachments move!
Now, if the Marauder Horsemen do catch up, we should be able to beat them, but if the Trolls come over here, that's a problem. Okay.
To battle!
Hopefully they'll sit there and try to recap that. That'll take them a few moments.
Ready to fire!
Okay, start bringing these guys
Missiles
around
will
over here.
fly! Reichsguard Knights!
The Chaos Warhounds are no problem whatsoever. All they're going to do is just get in my way, that's all. So once again, we're capping these points so they try to recap it. Also, it gives us a bit of a stat bonus.
At speed! Quick march! Karl, Franz! Ulrich's wrath on them!
Okay, they're not looking like they want to attack us, and that's fine. We're not here to fight them if we don't need to.
No lingering!
Alright, now we got to go all the way around. Next stop is either that one or...
Moving now!
Yeah, just keep going. Don't worry about this one here.
Moving!
By Ulrich's wrath!
Okay. Troll unit over here. I want to pop down a fireball on it.
See to it! Yes, sir, quickly! I channel fire! Formation, march! To battle! Ready for war! For Heldenhammer! Moving
Come on,
faster!
move it. How are we going over here? Yeah, we're not taking too much damage. Taking out some good units. It's fine.
My subjects call! What? On my command! No lingering!
Careful before you get pinned down over there.
Sir!
Did you actually end up killing a troll? No.
We are Sigma's heirs! I will not stand idle! Take the ground! Reichsguard Knight!
Okay, notice now they're starting to pull their units away from the walls. If they pull enough units away, we'll climb the walls.
Yes!
Okay, the point of capturing this one here is that it doesn't take us very long, and that
Servant of Sigma!
they'll try to recap it. You
Moving
actually
now!
get moving over here. I need you to get
For the
started
Empire!
bashing through that,
Quickly now!
because you're the quickest. Go, go,
Like
go.
the twin-tailed comet!
Okay, we got trolls coming in behind us.
To arms, men!
Go. Alright, we need to fireball it again.
The winds glow hot! Take the ground!
What the hell is this one doing? How many times do I gotta give you the fucking order? Go, 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 you dipshit. Get your pathfinding right.
At speed!
Okay, might be best for the fire wizard to try to keep this troll away
Moving out!
and lure it just round in circles a little bit.
Faster! Ready for orders! Attack! Yes? Yes, quickly!
Okay, we gotta watch out or else we're gonna get caught soon. If this guy ends up dead, it's fine.
Yes!
I never checked what his trait was.
Taking position!
But I'd prefer if he didn't.
Everything! Formation, march! Right,
Come on, we're almost through.
I am a pyromancer!
Okay, we're through.
Heldenhammer! The Empire endures!
Yeah, if Marauder Horsemen come over here or the Chaos Warhounds, it's fine. The Trolls, however, not
Leave them
fine.
in flame!
They're difficult to deal with.
Ready for war!
You know, if we had Galmaraz, it'd be one thing, but we don't. Yeah, climb the
Great
walls.
swords! For the Emperor!
Give them a little bit more pressure over here.
Reichsguard! I'll burn them!
So if you're wondering why a single fireball is not killing a troll, it's because they've got armor. No, it's not. No, that's a fair bit, yeah.
At speed! Moving! Faster!
Okay, gotta keep that one away. This one here, like I said, not that big of a deal. Almost capped it, then we just gotta hold it for a couple of minutes. So things are looking pretty good now. Because they've got a choke point here that if we just hold this position, they can't
In
get
the
through.
Emperor's name! Kindle flame! For Heldenhammer!
Yeah, don't care about this one. This one, on the other hand, they can do a lot of damage really quickly.
Summon fire!
So I want to get the fire wizards to get their attention, bring them back over here.
Go! Ready for war! Take the ground!
Trying to slow me down.
To battle! Heading out!
Well, these ones here seem pretty determined to fight us, so I might as well use a fireball on them, even if it barely does anything.
March! For the Empire! Take the ground!
If we can, try to get them to just run around here in circles. How are we going over here? Okay, yeah, they're holding on the walls. We're taking damage, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
By Ulrich's wrath! March!
Oh, God damn it, that fucker came back, and now the trolls are here.
Yes, General! Yes, my lord!
So we just got to hold that a little bit longer.
Ready!
Okay, these two here should be okay at fighting the trolls, but the Reichsguard will be terrible at it.
Speed! Bright wizard!
Maybe I shouldn't have climbed up on the walls there, but again, it's just distraction. Last thing we want is them coming over here.
Find the enemy! The winds glow hot! Hammer of the Empire! Ready for war! Awaiting orders! This is my command!
Just gotta hold.
Breathe them in flame!
Yeah, I hit my own bloody
Ready to serve!
lord there. Goddamn fireball can be shit sometimes. Another fucking Chaos Troll coming in. Karl Franz is getting hurt.
Our steeds are restless!
Right, you just want to come around over here, hit these mortal horsemen in the arse.
I'll burn them!
Other trolls coming in, but I just gotta hold out a little bit longer.
Burn everything! Ready for orders!
Come on, Karl Franz, just a little bit longer. We're almost there.
For Heldenhammer! Yes,
Okay, I want you to swing around there. Lure them away.
we await your orders! I am a pyromancer!
I think we got it. I think we got it.
Eager for battle! We are Sigmar's heirs! Whoa!
And I don't think any units get wiped out. Yeah, we got it. There's no way they can get there in time now. Got him. Wow, 2 hours. Well, it's a replacement for live streams. You get a longish video. Now we got to see what happens to Festus over the end turn. Not getting his defeat trait's not that big of a deal, but I think it was just way more important to get rid of him, because with him gone, that's just a whole lot of Imperial authority that we're not going to lose. It's bad enough that we lost Hochland, and I guess it's possible if you get lucky to keep them alive, but yeah, we just weren't getting those events popping up to give the settlements back. We can actually give it back to Hochland. Why? Alright. So now it's just him remaining. He'll probably go and ruin dwell that. Or he'll pick a fight over here. I'm not sure what he'll do.
True servant of Sigmar. I live to serve the Emperor.
Bit of replenishment happening here now, so that's
I
okay.
command here.
Yeah, I think some more health on Karl Franz would definitely help.
I am Prince and Emperor.
And that'd be nice.
Ever vigilant.
And yeah, he needs to be able to keep up with us. Alright. Alright, how's everything else going? Yep, upgrade that now. And over here, public order should be okay if I pop down Host Festag. Yeah, that's causing -6 public order. And then pop down public order and get those dies. I'm not too concerned about growing that one. I need to make money for, you know, to pay for what we just did here. Any chance we can get you to join war against the Fecundity? Yes. Keep calling them Fecundities. Fecundites. Okay. No matter where he goes, he's going to be attacked by people. He's pretty much fucked. So let's watch that happen.
Protector.
Oh, I forgot about you. Yeah, I could have gone over there and revived Hochland, but once they're gone, it's kind of no point bringing them back. At least we managed to get some Imperial authority out of them, so that was good. He picked up a whole bunch of units. Now, he doesn't get defenses there, and he's still got to build it up, so we'll see if anyone decides to launch the attack. I hope Middenland goes for it, but he did pick up a bunch of units.
Friends of the Empire.
Yep. Yeah, boy! Fecundite's gone. Really early on in the campaign. So now we can bring Karl Franz back over here and probably deal with Skull Smashers, since they're giving Marienburg a hard time. Bastogne, Barrow Legion. Yeah, fair enough. Time to come back over here. But there we go. I think that is a pretty strong endgame there. And then, sorry, endgame, early game. We also got Gotrek and Felix showing up there. We got 3 Imperial Authority, so that's really good. Hochland did end up destroyed, but that's okay. We don't seem to take any penalties from it. We got enough Imperial Authority to confederate someone. You know, probably Gelt would be the ideal one to go for. But you want to stay in the positive so that you can get the Elector Count fealty increase 5%. Just that way, just passively goes up. Look, Talabakland's nearly maxed out with it anyway. So yeah, what we would do now is just run down over here, try to deal with Heinrich Kemmler. He'll probably get to Eilhart before we get back. I could probably recruit some more forces over here, but I don't think I'd be able to stop him in time. He is at war with Marienburg, so he's got to go through Fort Burgers first, so maybe there'd be time. But anyway, that's the guide there. We went way over time at 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Just got to keep in mind that despite everything that happened here, there's no guarantee that even if you follow my steps exactly, that's going to happen that way for you. But the first few turns should go down exactly the same. Like if you get a Lord on turn 3 to get over here, you can keep Hochland alive a little bit so that you can get some Imperial Authority out of them, so you can keep Festus busy. As for, you know, Kazrek coming down to Eilhart, no guarantees of that. If he goes over to Wiesmann instead, be ready to attack him there. You just got to be keeping an eye on the situation. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a sub and a like if you enjoyed it. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye. Don't forget to let me know as well which faction you'd like to do next, even though there's almost no consensus most of the time. Later.